But I'm thinking of a wooden chair in the room at the top of a stair. And I'm looking down the stairwell at the vanishing dawn on the map of the spot. Let me take you there. The dotted line surrounding the mind of a self called nowhere.
Hello, welcome to Tuesday with Tiberius. This is week 7, I think. I'm not sure. Today I'm going to talk about responses that I've gotten to coming out as asexual. So, let's see. There was one time I came out, officially, the first time I came out. This is actually the first time that I ever, whatever this is, was, the first time I ever came out was on Facebook, in a note. The thing was talking about, I think it was talking about marriage at some point, and I was like, yeah, that's not exactly likely, here's the reasons why, law. And, there was one person who was like, you're rocking the asexuality, and I was like, yes, I am. And, there's someone else, it was actually Theta, it's like, you're Sheldon! And that was just awesome. Later on, this actually is close to chronological, oh my god. Later on, someone that I do know in real life was on Tumblr sent me a message. They were like, I never knew you were asexual. Awesome! And I was like, ah. My mother, when I explained the whole whatnot, asked educated questions. Like, after the initial, I assume you're not referring to the biological, in which case that would be kind of odd and kind of impossible in human beings, and I was like, no, I am not actually an amoeba. But after that, she was asking educated questions that made sense and weren't stupid, and it was awesome. I'm actually kind of unofficially out to my entire immediate family, which is kind of weird. I say unofficially in that I've never actually explained it to anyone other than my mother. My father has... Here, whoa, hi. I'm just going to try and find the thing and then zoom in on it. It's going to be slightly difficult. Whee! My father found that, which is something that I made for English. Says invisibility. It's not as cool as you think. Because we had to do. Here, walk with me. We had to do a visual presentation thingy for my Comp 2 class. I'm just going to wander around in my kitchen. We had to do a thingy like that for Comp 2. And I was like, well, might as well. And my father saw that and he was like, what? So I don't know if eventually he's going to figure it all out. We'll see. My sisters both discovered it online. They haven't really responded at all, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous. So yeah, those have been the really, really positive reactions. I'm just wandering around my house for completely aimlessly. I'm sorry. So, slightly less fantastic response that I got was about, I'd say about 4 months ago-ish. I'm not sure. And backstory, around this time someone left a comment on Theta's personal channel that said something to the effect of, oh yes, whenever I think of David Tennant I get all warm and whatnot, and I was like, wow, that sounds like you have a kind of a bad fever that is just, that doesn't sound good. And so me and Theta were like, well, that doesn't sound healthy, perhaps we should ask, because neither of us really have that much experience in such things. So she asked one person who said that no, that's not really that normal, And I asked someone else who was like, oh yes, that's perfectly normal, especially if she's really in love with David Tennant. I'm like, wit. And, so we got into this long discussion, in which, I explained that I don't want experience in this sort of matter, and she was like, lol, you're going to get it anyway. And I'm like, but I don't want it. And eventually I attempted at least to explain, by the way, I am asexual. Stop telling me this, that I'm, going to suddenly experience this sort of thing. And she's like, lol, you're just denying it. And I'm like, ugh. And we ended up getting into something of an argument about that, because, she totally knows me better than I know myself. And yeah, that was pretty much that. And in all honesty, we haven't spoken a lot since, so I don't know if she's still blarg. I guess we'll see. I guess I'll give you updates on that if you want. So those are my experiences. They're pretty positive, except for the one from the person that I've known for 9 years. That's really about it.
I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy?